With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Florida, where even the radio is partisan, this is Ballot.
That's right. Let's punch in FM preset number 4 and take a listen. Hi, I'm Patrick Gutfield, and a Florida radio station figured out the secret to success. Just put Trump's name on everything and watch the ratings soar. Well, in Fort Myers, rebranded as Trump Country 93.7 FM, and their audience has tripled. Their slogan is, "Make country great again," which is either brilliant marketing or the most predictable thing ever, depending on your perspective. The station's president, Jim Schwartzel, decided to rebrand after watching all the Trump boat parades in his area. He looked around, saw a bunch of people with Trump flags on their boats, and thought, you know what this needs? More Trump. So on Inauguration Day, they went full MAGA with an AI-generated logo of Trump wearing a cowboy hat, because apparently regular Trump wasn't quite country enough. Now they have listeners tuning in for an average of 5 hours and 45 minutes per week, which means people are literally spending their entire workday listening to Trump country radio. That's more dedication than most people have to their actual jobs. Their promotional content includes a Trump impersonator offering trips to Mexico on a big, beautiful cruise ship as part of a fake deportation contest. The fake Trump says you want to be deported? You've got to listen. That's how it works. Legal listening only. Which is either satire or the most confusing contest rules ever written. They also have something called the Cancel Bowl, where listeners call in to describe the most pathetic woke thing you've seen. Winners get what they call the Trump Country Tailgate Command Kit, which includes a flamethrower grill starter, ribs, a camo cutting board, and flag toothpicks, because nothing says patriotism quite like tiny flags in your appetizers. The grand prize is $5,000 cash to spend on guns, grills, steaks, ammo, flags, or anything guaranteed to trigger your liberal cousin. They're basically paying people to annoy their relatives at family gatherings, which is either genius or the reason Thanksgiving dinner gets awkward. Schwartzel drives around in a 1985 Ford F-150 that's covered in Trump country branding, because subtlety is apparently not part of the business plan. And now, an important update about Cracker Barrel. Remember when Cracker Barrel tried to go modern and it lasted about as long as a diet that starts on a Monday? $700 million they spent on this rebrand. That's $700 million written out, not the symbol. Only to have customers take one look at their sleek new logo and say, absolutely not. The chain decided to ditch their classic old-timer with a barrel logo for something that looked like it was designed by someone who thinks vintage means anything older than their iPhone. They went with a gold shield and contemporary font, which is restaurant speak for, we hired a consultant who charges by the buzzword. 4 restaurants. They managed to renovate exactly 4 out of 660 locations before the complaints rolled in like a thunderstorm in August. The CEO, Julie Fels-Massino, who came from Starbucks and Taco Bell, which should have been everyone's first clue, thought she could take a place that's basically a museum of American tchotchkes and turn it into something that wouldn't look out of place in a trendy neighborhood. The whole thing started when they flew social media influencers to Manhattan for a pop-up location and a country music concert. Nothing says authentic roadside Americana quite like flying internet personalities to New York City for a marketing event. That's like trying to prove you're down to earth by hiring a private jet. Conservative activists started calling for boycotts, competitors piled on, and suddenly Cracker Barrel found themselves in the middle of a culture war over whether their restaurants should look like your grandmother's attic or a doctor's waiting room. The company quickly backpedaled, promising that the vintage Americana you love will always be here. The rocking chairs on the porch, our fireplaces, and peg games. Translation: we're keeping all the stuff you actually come here for. Sorry we tried to fix what wasn't broken. So now Cracker Barrel is back to being exactly what it was before, except $700 million poorer and with a valuable lesson about not messing with people's biscuits and nostalgia.
Want to hear your favorite shows without any ads? It's easy. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, just tap the banner that says Uninterrupted Listening and unlock commercial-free versions of this show and all your other Calaroga favorites for just $4.99 a month. Even better, you get a 30-day free trial to start. That includes Palace Intrigue, your daily dose of royal family drama, 5 good news stories where we spotlight feel-good headlines, 5 daily trivia questions to test your brain, daily comedy news, bringing you the latest in comedy, celebrity trials for the biggest courtroom showdowns, and Taylor Swift Today for all things Taylor. Plus, coming September 14th, binge Season 2 of the hit series Crown and Controversy. This season, we explore how everything changed the moment Meghan met Harry, and the ripple effects that shook the royal family to its core. The power struggles, the family fractures, and the love story that rewrote the royal rulebook. All episodes drop that Sunday exclusively for subscribers. Go ad-free, binge more, and never miss a beat. Tap Uninterrupted Listening now.
So apparently, we've reached the point where Supreme Court justices have to explain basic math to the country. 2 Supreme Court justices, 1 conservative, 1 liberal, both had to go on television this week and confirm that, yes, the 22nd Amendment means presidents can only serve 2 terms, which feels like having to explain that stop signs mean you should stop. Justice Amy Coney Barrett went on Fox News, and when asked about Trump potentially running for a 3rd term, she said, that's what the amendment says, right? After FDR had 4 terms, that's what that amendment says. She had to use the tone you normally reserve for explaining to a toddler why they can't have ice cream for breakfast. The amendment literally says, no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. It's not written in ancient Latin or hidden in some legal footnote. It's right there in plain English. Yet here we are, having a Supreme Court justices confirm that 2 means 2. Justice Sonia Sotomayor had to address the same question on The View, saying the Constitution is settled law. No one has tried to challenge that. Which is a polite way of saying, are you people serious right now? Trump has been teasing a 3rd term run, and his company's website is literally selling Trump 2028 baseball caps with the slogan, Rewrite the Rules. How about we release the Epstein files instead? Portions of today's program were made with the help of AI.
You can call me James. I spent 23 years designing aircraft that officially don't exist for agencies you think TV made up. Until I started asking the wrong questions. Navy ships are recording objects moving at impossible speeds. Infrastructure is failing in coordinated patterns. The moon looks smaller than it did 10 years ago. None of this is a coincidence. The official explanations don't add up. This is Paranormal Aliens, where we connect the dots they don't want connected. If you're hearing this, you know where to get podcasts. Follow Paranormal Aliens. New episodes weekly until they shut me down.
Want to hear your favorite shows without any ads? It's easy. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, just tap the banner that says Uninterrupted Listening and unlock commercial-free versions of this show and all your other Calaroga favorites for just $4.99 a month. Even better, you get a 30-day free trial to start. That includes Palace Intrigue, your daily dose of royal family drama, 5 good news stories where we spotlight feel-good headlines, 5 daily trivia questions to test your brain, daily comedy news, bringing you the latest in comedy, celebrity trials for the biggest courtroom showdowns, and Taylor Swift Today for all things Taylor. Plus, coming September 14th, binge Season 2 of the hit series Crown and Controversy. This season, we explore how everything changed the moment Meghan met Harry, and the ripple effects that shook the royal family to its core. The power struggles, the family fractures, and the love story that rewrote the royal rulebook. All episodes drop that Sunday exclusively for subscribers. Go ad-free, binge more, and never miss a beat. Tap Uninterrupted Listening now.